Good afternoon, everybody. Outdoors Ohio. We have our first Angler of the Year tournament tomorrow for Kano, but it is the second for Kano. We didn't fish the first one due to the opening day of turkey season, but it is at Pymatuning, and we pre-fished it a week ago and Monday. Monday did not go well, so we had to change our whole thought process on what we're doing, how we're going to fish it. The lake's high. So there's a lot of changes there. So we're going to take a different approach. You know, they say don't fish the past. So we're not going to do what, even though we fished it well last year, we're not going to fish the same situation because we tried that Monday. Not happening. So we're going to try something else, kind of what we tried a week ago. And we're going to see. Now tomorrow, like fishing wise, it looks pretty decent, but like the weather's crappy. It's supposed to be the highs like 57 or 58, but real feels in the mid 40s because we're going to have a northwest wind. But overcast, rain throughout the morning. It's supposed to clear up later in the afternoon, but very windy, very gusty by afternoon. They're saying gusts up to 30 miles an hour. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited. We're going to prep for it. We'll kind of bring you along a little bit, and then we'll go from there. All right, first order of business when we're doing a little bit of tackle work for, well, not a little bit. We're doing the tackle setting and all that stuff for the tournament tomorrow. First order of business is you have to have a bushel light because that is the rule, okay? You can't do it without it, all right? Then what we're going to do, we have overcast conditions tomorrow, rain, all that stuff. Can't go without a buzz bait. And I like going with a darker color when you have darker situations, okay? I think it works a little better. The fish can silhouette, you know, it doesn't silhouette as well. It silhouettes well against the dark sky, okay? And we're putting this with a 40-pound braid, Berkley X5 braid. And you always want to make sure you wet your knots, okay? Got to wet your knots so you don't have any friction there. You definitely want to, when you have conditions like this, and you have fish in all three phases of the spawn right now, you have still a few pre-spawn, which we found out, you know, Monday. But the thing is most fish are spawned or post-spawn at this point. But you also have at this time kind of a shad spawn. You have a shad spawn going on, and obviously you have gills, you have fry garters, all that. So anything top water this time of year can start to be really good, as long as you have the right water temperatures. And where we're going to fish, temperatures look pretty good. All right, we're also doing another rigging. We've already rigged a couple, but this one is our flipping stick. All right, we're going to put a Mustad 3/0 straight shank with a 3/8 ounce tungsten, and we are going to do a Mr. Twister pocket crawl. This is green pumpkin blue flake. I've had a lot of success with this, but all we're going to do is we're going to use our die and just do the tips of the pinchers. Not much because of the dark conditions. I love this bait. I have a ton of confidence in it, but I don't want to overdo it because it works so well the way it is. But because we're going to have those dark conditions, I want a little bit of contrast so that it stands out. The pincher doesn't want to cooperate. The other one looks really good. This one's not cooperating as well. Alright, there we go. Let that dry off a second. And like I said, you know, you do that contrast on there, and you get just, it's hard to tell right there, the tips of them. And we're going to get this rigged on there. That's your finished product right there. That is a tremendous bait right there for flipping and pitching. So that's another one. Got rods rigged. When I'm pulling tackle, I don't know how everybody else does it, but I typically for a tournament like to take 2 or 3 at the minimum besides what's tied on. Okay, so like let's just say for example I'm taking a spotted frog. I'm gonna take a couple of them, so in case one comes off or the line breaks, you have another one, especially if they're working. That's like the last thing you want is you're catching fish on a bait and you lose that bait and you're like, oh my god, and then you can't get bit the rest of the day because you lost that color or that bait. So I typically like to take two. Certain baits like jigs, swim jigs, spinner baits, I like to take 2 or 3. Just because again, if that happens, when I'm fun fishing, 1 or 2 tops. But if in a tournament and you know you're counting on every fish, you better take a few. All right, we just finished doing our chatterbait, swim jig, jig box, even compact jigs. That's what we got. And like I said, there's 2 or 3 of every color. And then we have a bag where we put all the trailers, and we make sure we have trailers for every bait. And again, we make sure at least we have, especially trailers, 3 to 4 of each trailer, because they rip easy, or you know, whether it catches brush or a fish gets it, you tend to lose trailers or claws on craws, all that stuff. So that's how we go. All right, so here's our hard bait box, so to say, for tomorrow. We got some frogs, popping frogs, whopper ploppers, Berkeley choppos, whatever, sexy dogs. We do have a few lipless red-eye shads. This box has our license, kayak registration, all that stuff, pliers. We got some scent, dye, spinner baits, and buzz baits. That all goes on board with us. So there's a lot that goes into this. All right, we are back. This is our flipping bag right here. So these are all of our pitching, flipping, soft plastics. You got Zoom, we got our Strike King, our Mr. Twisters. Everything's in here, right? These are all of our pitching baits, pitching and flipping. These are all of our trailers. So anything we have a bait for that has a trailer, we have it. And usually I have a package. So some of these packages come with 6, some are 7, some are 8, but we take plenty of them. Now, like yum dingers, okay, for a wacky rig, I always add more to the bag. I think the bag comes with 7 or 8. I usually put 12 or so because you lose a bunch of them. So always make sure I have extras. So I usually have, again, a pitching and flipping bag and a trailer bag. All right, got all the rods rigged, tackles pulled, rain gears pulled, our catch board, net, sunglasses, flashlights, all that stuff is all pulled and ready to go. As you see, we have it all sorted out so we can see what we have. Crazy stuff. So we'll have our coffee maker ready to go and our coolers ready to go, and we'll put the kayak on in the morning. Good morning, everybody. May 31st, morning of our first kayak tournament of the year. It's Battle of the Borders between Northeast Ohio and Western PA. There are 114 anglers in this field today, so a bunch of guys looking forward for, you know, fishing. Payouts look really, really good, but we'll see what we're gonna do. I was just outside, put the kayak on the Jeep, and it's not as cold as they were saying, and it's not raining. It is a little bit cloudy, but not raining yet. So we'll see what it's going to do. I hope it doesn't rain, but we'll see what it does. I mean, we're gonna put our bibs on and our boots, but we'll see what happens. But it is supposed to stay pretty much cloudy throughout the day. It's not supposed to start clearing up till later this afternoon, like 1-2 o'clock, I think. So. And lines out are at 2 o'clock, so it'll be cloudy most of the day, which I'd rather fish in that anyway. So we'll see what happens, but we're gonna have our coffee and stuff, and we'll catch up to you. All right, guys, good morning. It's I think quarter to 6. Lines are in at 6. This wind already sucks. It was supposed to be northwest. It's straight out of the west, but we got to our spot, so we'll see how it goes. But it's windy. It's super overcast. It has not started raining yet, but it is starting to cool off with that wind. So, but we're gonna see how it goes. This is the plan, and we're gonna stick to it. Nobody else is in here yet, so stay tuned. All right, guys, on the board. $15 3/4, guys. 15 3/4. Let's go after it. All right, guys, welcome back. Fish number 2. 15 incher. It's only 2. We're struggling. That one was on a frog. We'll get back to you. All right, guys, fish number 3. 14 1/4. Plugging away, man, plugging away. All right, guys, fish number 4. 12 3/4. Man, it's a struggle. 12 3/4. All right, guys, finally fish number 5. 16 1/4. Man, it's been tough. That one was on the swim jig. We got a stringer. All right, guys, it is 10 after 2. We are officially done. We are currently sitting in 13th out of 114 guys with 74 inches. Guys, it was tough. The wind was brutal, absolutely brutal. It didn't rain much, but I'll tell you what, that wind was obnoxious. And when I got back, when I was done loading up the yak, every guy was complaining, saying, oh, I only caught 1, I only caught 2, I only caught 3, I only caught 1, I only caught 3. So the general consensus is guys didn't do well. Now the guy in first place is from Pennsylvania, and he crushed everybody. He's damn near 90 inches. I think he had 89 3/4, something like that. But then the next one was 83, and then they were all 70s. And then it was just a drop off after 15. So I don't know. We gave it a shot. I think we fished okay, but it was tough. I mean, we caught 5 keepers and we lost 2. So, but we're heading to the meetup. We'll catch up with you there.
Really? Yeah. If you're gonna fish real long, you want to follow the top of it. What's your first rodeo? I'd bring your Nikes off. Oh, I'm walking that cross right there where the road is. Just go, just right in there. Just no, stay right in that area where the road is dirt big. That's the place back. Like the very. No, that's cemetery.
Offshore a little bit and started throwing some big baits. Got into some big grass with chatterbait and just started looking up on some big fish that getting bigger. So it was a nice one. Congratulations, thank you.
Where the wine is.
All right, guys, wrap up's done, paycheck's out, raffles are done. We ended up in 13th out of 115 guys. Not a bad showing. We missed a check by a quarter inch or whatever it was. But that's all right. It was a good outing for our first tournament back out. So it was a tough day. Guys had a hard time catching them. I think there were like 30-some guys that didn't catch any. So it was a tough day out there, but congratulations to all the winners and all the guys out there, and I'm glad everybody stayed safe. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We'll catch you on the next adventure.